It's 11 o'clock on this late Saturday night, January 25th, 2020. It's time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Saturday night, January 25th, 2020. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It is 11 o'clock on this late Saturday night, and it is 50 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news is top takeaways from the start of the Trump team's impeachment defense. Effects of coronavirus began to echo and far from Wuhan Center. Recording shows Trump discussing firing Yovanovitch. Pompeo accuses NPR reporter lying calls. News media unhinged. The Boeing Register endorses and Elizabeth Warren. Women fatally shoots baton trooper injures 2 others at a Chicago area cigar bar before shooting himself. Sanders sees a lead in volatile Iowa waste. Time to pull fines. Divorced women can't use frozen embryos as Arizona Supreme Court rules. While judge says he relies on hunch to call ICE when he suspects defendants are documented. Covered Catholic bus involved in fatal crash in Kentucky on return from March for Life rally. Earthquake kills 22 people and injures 1,000 more in Turkey. Iraqi security forces storm Tahrir Square with classroom protesters. Chinese Lunar New Year celebration around the world. Boeing 777 9X airplane takes its first flight. Electric vehicle maker Rivian expect press alert as previously announced. Astronauts complete 4 spacewalk marathon to fix space station's 2 billion antimatter detector. Pete Stark, who represented Northern California U.S. House for 4 years, included an expand health infrastructure about the Affordable Care Act and corporate died. He was 88. Baby girl left off drop-off box in Salt Indiana team. Physics correctly predicted Kentucky girl found safely in Kentucky. Peter Childress time is 11:02. Plymouth County 4-H trainer Kathy Kamara wants to prevent dog bites and injury to children if it's nation due to biting. And now, sports time at 11:02. The North Lancers ice hockey team defeat the Maryland Blackhawks at home 4-1. Okay, NHL All-Star Game. Pacific 5, Atlantic 4 in the final, and Atlantic 9, but 5 and Pacific 10, Central 5. Okay, NBA action. Philadelphia 108, LA Lakers 91, Utah 112, Dallas 107, Brooklyn 121, Detroit 111, final in overtime, and Chicago 118, Cleveland 106, and Oklahoma City 113, Minnesota 104. Green Bay Packers GM except Rashan Gary's first as first left out pass rusher, and Peter Childress is 11:03. Time now for Peter Channel traffic and transit check on the MBTA. On the highways and byways in New England, in 7 in New England, looking good, but on 89 on both ends it's backed up between Lebanon and Hampshire, all the way up to the Vermont border, 87. It is slow between Lake George, New York, and the U.S.-Canadian border, and R15 slow between the U.S.-Canadian border and Montreal because of the snowy weather, and main traffic at the northbound side, a little bit slower around 295 up in Augusta, Maine. Peter Childress is 11:03. Time now for weather reports. Moderate heavy bands rain line from Cape Town stretching up to the southern Maine coast and the eastern portion of New Hampshire, and light bands rain from Boston and up to Lawrence. Okay, forecast goes like this for tonight. Rain like Maine before midnight. Clouds count about 30 degrees. South about 69 miles. Coming to the southwest side of the midnight. Jet base is 30%. New spots between the 10 coordinates. Possible for Sunday. Most clouds but coming to the same sky for 45 degrees. West spot 7 to 10 miles an hour for Sunday night. Mostly clouds about 30 degrees. And southwest spot 8 miles an hour. And for Monday, possible about 44 to about 25 degrees. Westward about 3 to 8 miles an hour. Clouds high 3 miles an hour. And for Tuesday, mostly clouds about 39, about 19 degrees. Northwest about 3 to 6 miles an hour. And for Wednesday, Sunday, most coast about 38, about 19 degrees, light northwest wind. And for Thursday, Sunday, most coast about 36, about 20 degrees, light for wind. Friday, sunny podcast about 42 to about 26 degrees. West wind, and for Saturday, just rain, but not about 42 degrees, and light of ever wind, just ranges 40% right now. And not in it's like rain in 51 degrees. That's coming to the Peter channel. 11 o'clock news on this. Late Saturday night, January 25th, 2020. And viewers, hope you have a good night with a good bye. See you tomorrow. More important, hope you have a good night.